Hi everyone. I just wanted to do a short video on the forageable and mostly wild edible plants that I can find in my yard. Today I'm doing my front yard. I think I found so far about 5 or 6 that I'm going to cover, and then I might do a part 2 later of the different plants that I have in my backyard because they vary a little bit. I am by a somewhat busy road, so you might hear some cars. Sorry about it in advance. So let's go. This first plant that I'm going to be focusing on is chickweed. It likes to grow in cooler temperatures, but it's July and it's still hanging in there. Here's a little bit of a close-up. Gets to be about a foot tall. You can't see the flowers currently on this plant. Actually, here's a flower. I'll show you. It has a very unique flower in that it looks like the flower has 10 petals, but the petals are actually only 5. They're connected at the bottom, if you can see. I'm sorry, taking a little bit of trouble to focus. There we go. Yes. So it looks like 10 flower petals, but it's actually only 5. Chickweed is really good in egg salad, smoothies, or you can even put it in stir fries or pad thai. It's a very mild flavor, tastes a bit like wheatgrass. Maybe wheatgrass isn't so mild to some people, but anyway, it works well with a lot of things. Bright green color. And then a defining factor of chickweed, to know that you have chickweed, is if you break the stem open, it has a rubber band like center. See? You can pull on it and it's very elastic when you pull on it. Looking at the leaves of the flower and then checking out the stem, making sure it has that elastic stem. Those are very good ways to tell that you are indeed looking at chickweed. Okay. And then the next one that I have growing in my front yard is right next to it, wood sorrel. Wood sorrel can be made into a delicious lemonade. It has a lemonade in quotes, we're not really using lemons, but it's a really refreshing drink. The wood sorrel tastes a lot like a citrus, so that's why people use it to kind of make a lemonade type drink, and that the flavor is very bright and citrusy. You can also put it in sandwiches or smoothies, or just eat it plain. It's usually a bright green color, has 3 heart-shaped leaves. Some people might call it a shamrock. It likes to grow in shade or partially shaded areas, particularly under trees. Wood sorrel. And then we will go on to the next. The next forageable plant that I have in my yard is faux strawberry, mock strawberry, false strawberry, or it's also known as Indian strawberry. It has the strawberry-like leaves attached to it. Here we go. But when it blossoms, when it has flowers, the flowers are yellow, not white. Also the fruit here, it looks like a strawberry, a wild strawberry, but it's not. It is basically waterless. It has a very low water content in it. And the flavor isn't very sweet. It's much more mild, like a cucumber. You can use this plant to make a homemade salve for mild skin irritations like eczema or bug bites. Infuse it in some oil and make a balm, and then you could just also use an over-the-counter product in conjunction with that. Faux strawberry. The fourth forageable that I have in my yard, the fourth forageable plant, is white clover. I'm sure most people are familiar with it. It has a very sweet smell. The leaves of the clover plant look like this. 3 leaves, rounded edges. White clover can be used to make a mild, delicious tea that has a relaxing effect. Just so you know, the tea also would have some mild estrogenic properties, so you want to keep that in mind. Clover is actually, please forgive the noise, sorry, lots of traffic as I said. Clover is actually a legume. I was surprised to learn about that when I began my foraging journey. It's also very high in protein. It has about 20% protein. I also read 22%, so around that area. So if you're ever lost in Mother Nature and you need a protein source, you could always go to clover. You just do want to look into the clover in your area. I have also read that clover is best eaten in northern climates, speaking about the United States, northern areas, because as you get more southern, the clover might contain more toxins that you don't necessarily want to eat, but that's something you'll need to research for yourself. I am in a more northern area, and I know many people in the South who do eat it, so that's a personal choice and something to look into for yourself. Just make sure you're safe. The last forageable that I'm going to cover today is the good old dandelion. Pretty much sure that we all know what a dandelion looks like. This is the flower. The flower is edible. These are the leaves. The leaves are edible. You can turn them into a salad by just harvesting the more soft and young leaves. Put a little salt on it if you'd like, or acid like lemon, lime, or apple cider vinegar, and then some oil. Mix it all up. Maybe add some apple, and then you'd have a delicious salad. You can also harvest the root and turn it into a dandelion beverage, a dandelion tea. That's supposed to be very cleansing for the body. Okay, dandelion. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope everyone has a good morning, afternoon, or evening whenever you are watching this, and see you next time.